Welcome back to Health Tips from Teton Valley. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. I'm glad you're here ready for your second tip. And the second tip I have for you is to eat 3 meals a day. And I know there's two schools of thought out there about this. A lot of people talking about how you should be eating 5 or 6 meals a day. So I'm going to give you the science that I know that justifies or backs up 3 meals a day. If you have questions about the science behind 5 or 6 meals a day, feel free to email me or call me. I'm happy to talk it over. I just don't want to make this too long. Okay, so when you eat 3 meals a day, you teach your body to burn fat between meals. And that's where we want you to be. So if you eat breakfast when you wake up, and your body's going to burn that meal for a couple of hours, and that might get you to 10 or 10:30, maybe 11. And then you feel hungry. And if you snack at that point, your body burns that snack until you get to lunch. And then you eat lunch, and your body burns lunch until 3 or 4, and you feel hungry, and you eat a snack. Your body burns that snack till you get to dinner, and then you eat dinner, and your body burns that till you go to bed, and then you start again the next day. Okay, so in that scenario, you haven't gotten into fat reserves to burn. You've burned just the food you ate during the day, and that's it. So fat burning, or ketosis, is a really relaxing metabolism for your body to be in. Plus, you burn fat reserves, you store less fat, you secrete less cortisol, which means there's less stress on your body. You're going to stabilize your energy throughout the day. You're going to stabilize your mood throughout the day. You can balance hormones, heal adrenal fatigue. You can decrease sugar cravings. You might not be feeling hungry every couple of hours anymore, which is huge. And you're decreasing internal stress on your body. You can see a full explanation of how this works if you go back to the email that I just sent you and click on the link there to a blog I wrote about how to stabilize blood sugar. Because eating 3 meals a day is a huge tool that you can use to balance your blood sugar. So if you're used to snacking and it seems like this might be impossible, I get it, because I had very, very, very erratic blood sugar for a really long time, to the point where when I was young, I remember being on the floor kind of in cold sweats. I remember fainting one time. When I met my husband about 20 years ago, he would carry snacks around for me because every couple of hours my mood was not good and I was shaky and irritable and then tired and sluggish, and all I had to do was eat and I was fine. So I had really erratic blood sugar. I completely get where you're coming from. I completely get that this sounds crazy and intimidating. But once I started researching it and I decided to go for it, it took me about 3 weeks. 3 weeks of not snacking, and before my hunger went away, and I didn't have to worry where my next meal was coming from, didn't have to carry snacks with me anymore. I was stable, and I've been stable since then, which is, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago now. It felt like freedom to me. So if you're used to eating every hour and a half or 2 hours, then this week try to increase the time between meals to 3 hours. So just increase it by an hour. You don't have to go kind of cold turkey the way I did. Increase it to 3 hours. And then the following week, maybe increase time between meals to 4 hours. And then 5. And then maybe 6. Once you get to 4 to 6 hours between meals, you can safely say that you're burning fat between meals. So what's happening in your body is you get up and eat breakfast, and then around 10 or 10:30, you've digested that meal. And if you don't snack, your body goes into fat reserves and burns fat till you get to lunch. Then you eat your lunch, your body burns your lunch. Maybe 3 o'clock-ish, your body's burned through your lunch. If you don't snack, you go into fat reserves and burn fat until you get to dinner. So you're putting yourself into ketosis or fat-burning metabolism a couple times during the day. If you eat dinner early enough so that your whole meal is digested before you go to bed, you're going to burn fat all the way through the night as well. So we want 3 meals a day, and we want them to be ideally timed. So what's an ideally timed meal? Breakfast is within an hour of waking. Lunch is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And dinner's 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. Okay, so breakfast is within an hour of waking because your body's metabolism slows down overnight. And when you wake up, it'll pick up a little bit because the sun is rising, it's getting warmer outside, your body temperature therefore is rising, so your metabolism will pick up a little. But if you don't eat, it remains relatively slow. So let's say you got up at 6 and you didn't eat till 10. For those 4 hours, you could be burning more calories if you spark your metabolism with a meal right when you get up. But if you don't, your metabolism remains pretty slow until you eat. So you get up, you eat, spark your metabolism for the day, get it going, take advantage of all your waking hours, try to get your metabolism working for you, okay? Lunch between 10 and 2 because that's when your metabolism is the hottest for the day. And then dinner 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, so you go to bed on an empty stomach and you can burn fat all the way through the night. All right, that's my second tip. Feel free to email or call if you have any questions about that. If you want to hear more about why 5 or 6 meals is being, touted, what's the science behind that? If you are curious about how to stabilize your blood sugar more fully and you'd like some help about that, give me a call. I'm offering complimentary drop weight and maximize energy strategy sessions right now. I do these on the phone. They last 45 to 60 minutes. You'll get all your questions answered. Plus, we'll talk about what your goals are, what your current lifestyle situation is, what challenges are getting in your way right now, and then next steps so you're really clear on how to move forward. All right, hope to hear from you soon, and I'll be back next week with tip number 3.